tonight I am planning on finishing off these elephants that I've been painting all week. And I'm feeling pretty good about them. I just need to choose a colour now, so when some of you start arriving, hopefully you can help me choose a colour for this one. Hello Billy, hey Nomad, hey Kaylee. Okay, we're in business. I'm just going to take my slippers off. They kind of cut off the circulation to my legs a little bit. Oh, hi Ben, hey Ashley, hello Ryan, hey Richard, hello there. Yeah, sorry I was a wee bit late. I had about an hour or so just to chill and get ready, and somehow I managed to lose track of time. Oh, thank you. That's really kind. Michael's just gifted 5 ASMR Shortbread memberships. Oh. Well, oh, so Michael, Billy, that's so cool that you can do that. Oh, that's awesome. So 5 people now have membership. So you lucky folk have access to a lot of my older content that I've unlisted, or not unlisted, but put behind the members wall. Some of which I did that a couple of years ago because I think I was feeling a bit self-conscious and didn't want to get rid of the content completely, but I didn't know if it was of a good enough quality for my channel. Now I kind of think I was just getting in my own head, but yeah, that's what you'll find there. Billy, I dare you to cover your face with your hair. Well, thank you for the tip. I'm not opposed to that. Just like that. For the whole thing. When I pull my hair down, oh, this is quite fun. See, Nisha, you gave me a tip. Thank you. So, one day I fancied having a beard. Look at this, look at this. Isn't this a look? There you go. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. Should I just paint like this for the rest of the stream? Nope, no, it's not a good idea, is it? People will click on the stream and think, what is this? Okay, let's be a wee bit serious. I've got some painting to do tonight. I've got to get this present finished because my little sister visited yesterday and I was empty-handed. I felt pretty bad. And I explained to her that I'm upcycling something. I didn't tell her what, but I said I'm upcycling something for your birthday present. And I've not finished painting, but I feel like I'm making it into like a big thing now. I hope she doesn't expect too much. Okay. So, getting back to business, where we're at. We've got the main colour to choose for the wee elephant, the little baby one. Because the big mama, oh yeah, can you see that green that we chose last time? Hello everyone, hello. Yeah, we chose the green last time and I think it's turned out pretty well. I really like the contrast with the pink and the grey. Thanks Billy, but I'm not about to do that. You're giving me that Black Mirror episode vibes. Like, I really appreciate the $20, but no, let's not go there. It's a great TV show. But yeah, I remember that episode and it was quite harrowing. It had that Irish actor and he ended up pulling out his teeth and stuff. It was like that, doing things for money on the streams. Anyway, remember me from high school? It's me, Sam. Were you in my hair, Sam? If so, then yes. Hello. Good evening, hope your week was great and you have a great weekend. These streams of yours are great escapes from the world out there. I'm glad you think so. Oh no, it's a TV show, don't worry about it. Basically the premise of the TV show is this guy and his wife, they have to go for like this life-saving operation. It's dystopian future stuff, and they keep upping the price to keep the wife alive. It's like it's very Black Mirror if you've never seen it before. And basically there's this streaming website where you can do things and people donate, and you do things based on the donation, and it's quite harrowing. So yeah, the message is pretty deep. If you do like that kind of thing, and it's like thought-provoking TV shows, then Black Mirror's a good one. What colour do you think we should go for this one? Last time we thought about maybe like a purple to contrast quite nicely with the pink, or not contrast, or to complement the pink, but also to contrast quite well with the green. What do you think? What do you think? Black Mirror episode 1, season 7. Is that the one? Okay. Yeah, check that out if you're interested. Different elephant this time, for the same sister or someone else. So there's 3 elephants. Right, okay, let's start from the beginning. Okay. It's been a bit of a hectic start to this stream. And I've not painted a thing. So, before Christmas, I was cutting about in some charity shops, and I found these 2 elephant ornaments. They were completely grey with little bits of white, very bashed up. And I had gone out looking for something elephant related because my wee sister loves elephants. So when I came across these, I thought it was such a fun coincidence. And they had a lot of potential, so I bought them and took them home. And then a few days later, I went to another charity shop, and I found a very similar but different little tea light ornament. So I thought, let's create a little trio piece. So I've sanded them down. I put a primer on them, and then I painted the base coat. And over the past 2 nights, I streamed on Monday and Tuesday, I believe. We've been painting them together. And on Tuesday, we chose this green colour to complement the pink and the grey. And now we need to choose like a main colour. I don't want a pink, I'd like something else that's going to go quite well with the green and the blue-grey. I'm thinking like maybe a purple, so that's where you come in. What do you think? Can we see an emo hairstyle? Thank you for the other tip. This is what you're getting tonight, but thank you. Right. I'm going to, I think, go for the purple. Grey or purple? Yeah, I'm biased. I love purple. Lilac, maybe. My weird ass has been thinking about the elephants these past few days, and I've decided I would have attempted faux jade with gold accents for one of them. Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds really nice. Dark blue, oh. Purple, purple. purple. Okay, I think purple might be winning here. What is it about India that draws you? Asks CJB Punk. I like an adventure, and I like cultures that are very different to British culture or Western cultures. And I like Indian food. I like the culture. I like a lot of the older traditions, like the yogic traditions. I love yoga. Yeah, quite a few things draw me to India. Right, I'm going to try and start mixing. Do the blue and purple go together to use both? Can I like mixing? I could try that. Oh hey, nice necklace by the way. I have had this necklace since I was genuinely about 4 or 5 years old. I found it maybe a few years ago in the attic somewhere of my mum's house. But I remember wearing it when I was that age because I'd just seen the Titanic, and this made me think I had my own little purple heart of the ocean. So yeah, it's an old piece, very old. Okay, I was trying to look for my little paint tray, but I think I'm going to have to use this tin instead. Yeah, I'm not really prepared as well tonight. Okay, let's see what this purple looks like. Oh, that is nice. I like it out on the board like that. Can you see? Just that little dollop there. Are you talking about Titanic with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet? Yes. What, the necklace that Rose just drops into the ocean? What a villain. I know. I was like, come on, somebody could have benefited from that. You could have donated it or something. Oh no, I don't know if this is a bit too... actually, maybe. To achieve the pink colour on the other elephant, I mixed quite a few colours. And you can actually see I had a lot left over. That's what I mixed on Sunday. Is it dry? Oh, it's still wet. It's still wet. I had it underneath a little glass tin. Okay. I'm not sure if this purple needs something to kind of bring it into the same colour palette. I'm not sure if it's a bit too pastel-y. Can you see that? There's almost like a brighter tone to it that doesn't quite match the other two. What do you think? My favourite Leonardo DiCaprio movies are probably tied between The Departed and Catch Me If You Can. That's a good one. Because he and Martin Sheen did a good job with the ensemble cast for both movies. Good evening, Whistle Beats. Your voice always soothing when you've had a stressful day. No. Yes, sorry. I thought I read that wrong. You're very welcome. It does seem a bit too bright, but maybe a good accent would be nice. What can I do? I do think it's a little bit too bright. Let me see. Right, I'm going to mix some colours. Do we have any colour experts with us that can help? Sorry, there's so many people sending messages. I'm sorry, I'm missing them all. I'm at the vet right now. I'm about to go. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that about Raven. Hey, Ken. Hey, good afternoon, Shorty. I haven't seen any of your stuff lately. How are you? I'm great. How are you doing? I hope you've had a nice week. Okay. if you watched The Great Gatsby. I have. I really enjoyed it. Good evening. Hello. Scrolling through live and there's so many hateful people streaming comments. I'm happy I landed on this gem. Welcome. You're very welcome here. We generally have a lovely little crew of people joining my streams, which I'm very grateful for. And I know I keep missing a lot of your comments tonight. Being Friday, it seems that there's a lot of people who are active, and I'm so delighted for that. It's great to have company, but if I am missing your comments, then don't take it personally, please. I just want to put that out there just in case, because I know some people might be a wee bit upset. What's my favourite Leonardo DiCaprio movie? I liked Shutter Island. I really enjoyed that one. And then he's fantastic in The Wolf of Wall Street. What's your favourite Kate Winslet movie? I just learned that she's in Avatar. She's fantastic. Don't ask me why, but I just started looking up how the movie was made. I was watching it last week and I was very curious as to how it's all done, and then I saw some behind the scenes footage and they're literally in this huge warehouse. It looked very, very cool. I know a lot of actors are used to film with green screens and whatnot, but to film in a space like that would be very, very difficult, I think. I mean, I remember back in the earlier days of my channel, I used to film with a green screen now and then. It was all the rage back in about, I think, 2019. A lot of ASMR channels would use the green screen, and yeah, it was quite a fun era. You're creating a masterpiece, thanks Kaylee. I've been meaning to watch the one where he fights a bear. Well, that was good, but it didn't stick in my head so much. I think maybe he was amazing in it, absolutely amazing, but yeah, it wasn't as memorable for me. I'm all about seeing relationships develop and things that make you think, thrillers. Okay, I think I'm getting a closer tone now. I've added a bit of yellow and a darker purple, and it seems to be taking the edge off it a little bit, kind of making it a bit more of a creamy purple. So I'm hoping that this will work out, because I do want to get these done so that I could bring them to my wee sister. Right, let's try this again. Anyone going to see the anniversary showings of Lord of the Rings? Where are they showing that? Very exciting weekend. I remember when the last Lord of the Rings came out. My dad, he loved the books, so him and I and Frankie, my twin, we watched the first movie and then straight after watched the second movie and then went to go see the third at the cinema. Had a big Lord of the Rings marathon. Actually, that is quite nice. It's subtle, but I will be going around the edges with the gold. Not like the gold from the other day, that was a bit too brash, but like a deeper gold leaf kind of colour. Okay. What do you think? Because That's the other one I just used. You could see the difference, can't you? This one here, it's more muted and it seems to sort of fit in with these, whereas the purple there, it's kind of got like a harsh brightness to it. What do you think? I love Lord of the Rings. That's pretty. You have a twin, I have a twin. And she has twins, really. So I have an identical twin sister. Her name is Frankie. And I'd say we looked very similar when we were younger, but as we've gotten older, our face shapes have changed, and I think you could tell us apart quite easily. Also, she's dyed her hair this really nice, vibrant red colour, so that makes it a lot easier. Oh no, I've actually just hit that purple bit with my finger. Whoops, daisies. Oh no. I think I'm going to have to layer this one up because it is quite a gentle colour. I love that colour. Oh, excellent. I'm glad. My twin is fraternal, luckily. I wouldn't want another identical me. The thing is, you say that, but I used to think when I was younger, oh, it'd be cool to have another me, because having a twin really doesn't feel like another you. We're very different in a lot of ways, similar in some as well, especially when it comes to our interests. But yeah, in terms of our personalities, we do have a lot of differences, which is a good thing. It'd be a bit weird if we were the exact same. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking this colour. Have you ever had your sister on one of your ASMR videos? That'd be cool. I actually talked about this on Monday or Tuesday in my stream. My sister's got a bit of misophonia. I do a teeny bit too, which is basically like the sounds of eating freak you out a little bit. It was more prevalent when I was younger, and I knew it was irrational, so I just kind of stopped letting it bother me in a way, kind of exposure therapy. Just, yeah, whereas it still bothers my sister quite a bit. So the thought of me like whispering, kind of, she can't deal with it. So I did like a hairbrushing video. And I think, yeah, it was fine. It was fine. But, yeah, she's quite happy that ASMR is my thing. And she's got her own stuff going on, which I think's good. Because for a long time we were doing loads of things together. I've got misophonia too. It's a pain in the butt, isn't it? But for me, sometimes it's only certain people, which I feel really bad about, because it's one of those things you don't really have much control over. And especially if it's someone you like and you're looking at them like... It's funny how the brain works, isn't it? Eating sounds, is that why you've not yet done a mukbang? I mean, I don't mind the sound of my own eating. My own eating's fine. I actually did do a mukbang, some kind of video back in the early days. There was a trend going around, I think 2018 or 19, honeycomb eating. So I bought like a full slab of honeycomb and I ate it and put it up on my channel. But my channel, that was in the very early days where I was experimenting with loads of different things. And I quickly settled on personal attention, maybe after about 6 months or so, because that's mainly what my channel does, what I do on my channel. Kind of that more friend, chilling, ASMR vibe kind of thing, comfort, whatever. Not so much like trigger sounds, so I ended up deleting it. The visuals were funny for it anyway. I remember spending a long time trying to like colour edit it because the lighting was horrible and it just didn't look relaxing. but I've still got that video somewhere. I like your hair, thank you. Reminds me I failed to be an engineer major in college, but I kept it for vibes. The sweater is good on you. Is it rough? No, it's actually quite soft. It's a wool jumper, and I got it from a wee vintage website thing. And I lived in it when I first bought it about 5 years ago. Now I live in my green jumper, which I wore on Tuesday night. I've got a wee Star Trek. No, yeah. I just started watching classic Trek. I'm usually a Doctor Who fan. Got a wee chat on the go in the comments. I like that. I love to see when people start interacting with each other and forming friendships. Sorry, I've got a wee bit of a frog in my throat tonight. I don't know if you're hearing that little... Maybe it's the hot chocolate. When I was streaming on Beagle quite a few years ago, it was only about 2 years ago, I did notice quite a few friendships form outside of the chat, because I was streaming once a week for about 11 months. And it became a little ritual. I would really like to get something like that on the go again, but on YouTube this time. Because I've had such a great time this week. Hello from the American in Suffolk again. Hey, hiya, how are you doing? Nice to have you back. We've got a Newcastle. Star Trek Doctor Who man is from Newcastle. Hawaii. I love Newcastle. It is my second home, I'd say, or home. It really is my home. I'm going to be moving back, and I just have such a love for that place. I don't know what it is, but when I step off the train, I just feel I'm home. Singing the Mark Knopfler Coming Home. Well, it's more of an instrumental, but it's a very beautiful instrumental piece if you're interested. What's your name? My name's Josette. I miss the live streams. Do you mean the Beagle live streams? Because we're here now. And I actually have a wee cheeky announcement that I'm going to release on Sunday, but I'm going to start streaming. I'm saying it, I will be streaming more regularly on YouTube, and I'm going to announce my streams every Monday. Now, I'm not saying I'll be streaming every week, because I do have quite a busy life from time to time, but I'm going to really try and get at least one stream a week for the next wee while. So you're hearing it first, because you're here. And I'm feeling really excited about it. It was on Tuesday night, I think. I'd had such a nice time, and I thought, right, how can I make this more of a thing? What can I do? And I've decided, I could just keep it very chill like this, but have different themes. So maybe one week it's painting, or we could have a wee cheese and wine night, or we could do some Scottish storytelling. And I think it'll be a really nice way to build that sense of community, not just for you, but for me too. And I've been saying over the last wee while that there's been like a lack of people in my life. And I've been wondering, like, how can I have more of a community? And then I realised I've got all you. So why not? I know it's virtual, it's online, but that's how a lot of us get that connection these days. So I hope that that's good news. Yay! I'm Scottish. Newcastle, where Brunel comes from. Yes, that's right. I always love who being British, but I get the appeal of okay. Miss Beagle. Happy to be here now. Love the banter in the Beagle streams. Yeah, the Beagle streams had quite like a different vibe. It's hard to explain, I think, because it was the same people, but it was a very small group of people, so it was just, yeah, I don't know what it was. I go back to uni next week, blah. What year are you in? Are you in your final year? I can't remember if you told me, sorry if you did. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm glad you're excited. Just a Boy Away From Home is a great song by Knopfler about Newcastle. It's about a little Newcastle fan lost in Liverpool. Oh, I've never heard this one. After a football match, and the Liverpool fans helping him find his way. That sounds quite beautiful. I think that's one thing I love about Newcastle. The people who are from Newcastle, I can't really say patriotic because that's more for a country, but people in Newcastle love where they're from, and that's nice. It's really, it creates like an atmosphere that you can't quite put your finger on, but it's like warm and happy, and yeah, I always get that sense from the people there. Do you prefer YouTube membership or Patreon? What do you mean? Like, as in, for people joining? I don't mind really. They serve different functions really. My membership is for my back catalogue of videos that I a few years ago felt no longer kind of like fit with my channel direction, or I was feeling a bit self-conscious about them. And then my Patreon, I've started doing, well, I'm about to start doing more exclusive videos on there, so I'm kind of revamping the 2026 offering for my Patreon and my live streams. I'm feeling the winds of change are blowing through, and I do want to start taking things not more seriously, but I think spending that wee bit more time focusing on the channel. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this year. I feel like over the last wee while, the last few years, my life has been quite reactive, or I've been very reactive to my life, which can leave you feeling like a bit unsettled from time to time. Whereas this year, I'm taking a month or two out of my usual running around to try and get back on top of things and be more proactive. Have a bit more of a plan as to where I want to go and what direction I want to go in. Yeah, so I feel a little bit more stable. Sorry, I went off on one there. I forgot Shorty speaks Chinese. 对，我会说中文，但是很长时间我没有机会练习我的中文水平，所以我的中文越来越生疏。I just said, yes, I speak Chinese, but I haven't had many opportunities to practice in a while, so my Chinese level is getting pretty rusty, and I'm not lying. I have my Chinese book sat out on my desk up there to try and remind myself each day, practice. And by the end of the day, I've not practiced. So maybe I should do that tomorrow. How did you learn Chinese? I studied it at uni. When I was 17, I was looking at the prospectus for Edinburgh Uni, and I knew I wanted to do economics because I liked maths, and I thought economics would be like a good real world application of maths and business and that kind of thing. And I wanted to do a joint degree because in Scotland you do your studies for 4 years, so I thought I'd make it more worthwhile. And there was the option in the prospectus, economics and Chinese. And at the time I thought, that sounds cool. And when I used to do that quite a lot, I would just sign myself up for things and not really consider what it'd be all about. I'm very lucky that I enjoyed it. I thought my programme was brilliant, and it meant I got to go live in China for a year, which helped massively with picking up the language, because when you're fully immersed in a culture and a language where most people don't speak any English, you're forced to pick it up. And I lived with a Chinese host family, and they didn't speak any English at all. They were in their maybe late 50s, early 60s. And the first week or so, it was a lot of hand movements, like, 你饿了吗? 我想吃. I just said, are you hungry? Yes, I want to eat. So that kind of thing. And yeah, it was an amazing experience. And then when I graduated, I worked for a university for a few years, recruiting Chinese students onto the programmes. So I did get to use it within my work, and that was brilliant. It was a very rewarding experience, actually, spending that time picking up a language and then getting to use it in a very cool job. I loved it. Is there another language you're interested in learning? I'd like to learn Spanish. My twin speaks Spanish, and there's been a few occasions when I've been on holiday with her and we meet some cool people and she's chatting away to them in Spanish and I'm standing there and it'd be fun to share that with her. There's 2 of you, yes, I have a twin. Why are you talking so slow? Because it's ASMR. If you're new to ASMR, then that's very exciting. Welcome. And basically, ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, and it's a fancy way of describing that tingly sensation that certain triggers or certain voices or ways of speaking can stimulate a certain relaxation response in certain people. Not everyone experiences ASMR, I believe. So welcome, enjoy, get cozy, settle in. Sorry, it's a bit weird. I'm not cozy, it's very cold here. Oh, where are you, Oliver? I'm going to take a wee break. Right, I actually powered through it, didn't I? I'm pretty pleased with this. How's it looking in your opinion? Oh, Johnny Long says, a belated 生日快乐. Is that Wang Shi Rui? P.S. How many times can you repost on Livestream before it becomes weird? Oh, have you said that a few times, Johnny? Sorry, I'm probably missing a lot of comments tonight. I love the colour palette you chose for the elephant. Oh, thank you. Hello there. Oh, I feel like my neck really wants to crack. I've been hunched over again. Sorry. Scary eyeball. Oh no, I actually removed the scary eyeball pillow. It's over there. Because on my last stream, a few people mentioned that it was a bit off-putting. And I could see why. I could see why. So, considering this is meant to be relaxing, I didn't want to make anyone feel uneasy as they sat there in what's meant to be a cosy, comforting setting. So I've replaced it with another elephant and then the black and white one to match my jumper. It's like an extension, isn't it, actually? Sorry, what? Hopefully she does include a link. It'd be cool to have a few new folks in there. Oh, what are you talking about? What link? What link? Posture Josie. Oh my goodness. So during your last stream, you said, beware of the haggis in the uplands. So I looked up the haggis animal thinking it was real. Lol. I'm sorry. And that's like a joke that Scottish people have with people who are not from Scotland. Kind of like if you go to Australia, right? Australians will tell you all about the drop bear. And there are these bears that hang on the trees, and when you're walking underneath, they drop down and grab you and rip your face off. They're not real. They're not real. But it's like a joke in Australia because people believe that Australia's full of these terrifying creatures, which it is. So in Scotland we have like a similar thing where we say that the haggis is an animal. I mean, who am I to say if it's not? But legend goes, the mighty haggis is this creature with this side of its body shorter than the other, so that it could run round the hills. So to catch one, all you need to do is clock which side of its body is shorter than the other, figure out which way it'll be running round the hill, and wait, and then it runs straight into your arms. I think it was Billy Connolly, the Scottish comedian, that popularised that joke. That's so funny. I'm sorry for tricking you. I hope there was probably a few people. There was an off-putting eyeball and I missed it. Typical. Beware, Nessie. I'm from Ireland. Haggis. Yeah, it's got lots of spices and lots of lovely bits of sheep. Watch out for fallen koalas. Did you enjoy the old Highlander movies? I did, actually. I watched them when I was about 15 or so, and yeah, they were fun. Don't listen to Josette; they're very much real. I lost 15 uncles to the haggis, says the baddie mofo in Oz. Oh, you were in the last stream. It's nice to have you back. The aunties, for some reason, the drop bears leave alone. It's funny. Is anybody from a country where you do the same thing? Perhaps make up stories for foreigners, for your own amusement. I know Scotland and Australia have got that in common. Someone saying, geez, Josette, put your eyeball away. It's following me around the room. Sounds too funny. It's over there. It's a bit creepy. Yeah, it's quite intense, actually. Let's put it away. Big love from Jerusalem. Hello. Nope. Apparently the boogeyman looks under his bed for drop bears. Scotlandese is very much a real language. thank you. Some really nice comments that I was protecting us. I like to think so. I like to think so. Hola. We're getting a lot of hellos from people from all over the world. Where are we all from? We did that last time, and it was awesome to find out where everyone was sitting, chilling. So this Friday night, where are you calling in from? Let's take a trip around the world. From the USA. Canadian, excellent. And as a Canadian, they confirm that they live in igloos. I mean, you'd have to with all that ice. A small town in Northern Ireland. I feel like we're kindred spirits. Sorry, looks very Scottish. Oh, Forfar. Oh, hey, I forgot you were from Forfar. Forfar? I'm from the American South. We don't need to make up stories for foreigners. The truth is enough. So that was quite an evil laugh from me there. Please say world again. World. Make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. I think I said that in one of my videos quite a few years ago. Make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. Just a Dutch guy living in Spain. They haven't tried to trick me yet. Beware. There's still time. No, seriously, I'm from Louisiana and life is just a shocked face. Bless you. Well, my thoughts go out to you. Good evening. Hi from Newcastle. Oh, I've got another Geordie in the chat. Orlando, Florida, all of the tourism. I was saying in my last stream, that's the only part of the US that I've visited. I lived in South America for the first few years of my life. I don't really remember much about it, but I'd love to go back someday to see all my family. Here's hoping you get back soon. I'd like to visit South America. Not South, what? South Africa. A couple of Floridians, is that how you say it? Dominic from Chicago here. Love your sweater, by the way. Oh, cheers. Thank you very much. It's nice and cosy. I don't even have my heating on tonight. I'm sure, though, most of you would find it too cold, but I am a hardened Scot. And I actually got a little bit too hot in the last live stream. For me, in Scotland, when it gets about 15 degrees Celsius, that's what we call taps off weather. Basically just tops off. Oh, somebody's zooming about outside. I don't know if you could pick that up through the microphone. So what was for dinner? Anything? Oh, what, I missed that. Just anything fun for Friday? At the moment I am loving rosemary potatoes. So I just had like a bunch of veg and some air fried potatoes with rosemary. It was very nice. But nothing too special. I think I fancied a pizza actually. As I was cooking my potatoes, I thought, oh, I could really do with a pizza, but I was already halfway through the cooking. A chicken kurma pizza. Honestly, I've talked about this a few times. It's one of my favourites. It sounds absolutely disgusting, but trust me, it's amazing and so very British. I know that doesn't sound it, but yeah, it's unique, that's for sure. Oh, I'm missing all the chat. There's black ice outside, get the heating on. I'm actually okay. I'm actually alright. Just an American, British, Scottish, Welsh and Irish girlie chilling in my room. struggling. Oh, rosemary potatoes. I'm just struggling to catch a lot of these. Having the roast chicken, cherry tomatoes, broccoli and some sourdough bread. That sounds lovely. Did you cook it yourself? Or have you got somebody special doing it for you? I'm getting a bit better at cooking myself. Oh no, I've realised. So, I was meant to have green on these little pits down here, and I've ran out of green, so I'm going to have to remake it or like mix it up again, which can be quite difficult because I can't remember exactly how I made it. So colour matching could be quite a difficult process. What are you drinking? I'm drinking just hot chocolate. It's getting a wee bit cold now. Do you know Milngavie? Oh, I can't say it properly. I know where you mean. It's a place in Scotland, on the west coast, right? Or near the west coast. My favourite Scottish place is Auchtermuchty. Auchtermuchty. Doesn't that sound incredibly Scottish? I'm just awati Auchtermuchty for the weekend. Auchtermuchty. Oh, hey Danielle. Burgers here, trying to get smash burgers the right way. Nice. Sounds Arabic. Auchtermuchty, does it? Yeah, in Scots we have that sound. Sorry, it sounds a bit weird. Like Loch Ness. The Loch. People say the Loch Ness monster, but it's actually the Loch Ness monster. That you're painting? Yeah, I'm painting a little elephant. It's a gift that I'm going to give to my wee sister. She turned 22 last week, and I am late in finishing her birthday present. Poor effort from me. So, you have the exciting time of sitting doing it with me and keeping me company, which I very much appreciate. Happy late birthday. I'll pass on the birthday wishes. I'll let her know. She had a Y2K party last week with all her friends dressing up in like 2000s outfit, which is funny because she would have just been a baby. I mean, when it was actually Y2K fashion, that's what I mean. A relaxing Friday night, I love it. I hope you're all having a nice Friday. Though I know it's not going to be nighttime everywhere. What have you got planned for the weekend? Is anybody doing anything exciting that you'd like to share? I'm all ears. It'd be good to hear what you're all up to. Hey from London, really enjoyed the last couple of streams you've done. I'm super glad to hear that. It's always nice to get back to streaming. It's been a wee while. World of Warcraft all weekend. Yes! I hope you have the best time. I'm going to a baby shower. My cousin is having her second child, a girl, soon. Oh, I hope you have the best time. It's an 80s baby we've got here. More work, format another email to my professor to ask for a recommendation letter, and that stupid personal statement on the application. Oh bless, I remember spending such a long time on my personal statement. It was very cheesy. I think I started with like a quote or something, kind of like, Your textbook cheese. Good luck, Nomad. I hope you get it done. Would you mind giving us some of that Mandarin? 可以，但是不知道说什么。I don't know what to say, basically. 我上大学时，我的专业是经济和中文，所以我大三时，我住在大连1年了，是一个休学情况。然后我住在大连时，我交了很多中国人、中国朋友，特别是4个中国学生，我跟他们一起唱歌，然后参加了很多唱歌比赛。That was very basic Chinese. I need to brush up. Basically, I just said I studied economics and Chinese, so that meant in my 3rd year I had a year abroad in Dalian. So it was like an exchange student kind of program. And when I lived in China, I met many Chinese friends, particularly 4 friends who I used to sing with. And we would compete in singing competitions together. I just said, or tried to say at least. Yeah, I really need to brush up. My Chinese host mum would be ashamed. I think my Chinese host mum never considered me her favourite anyway. She'd had lots of students. I think I was her 5th. And she used to always go on about this girl called Ma Anchi. So my Chinese name is Anja Chan. And a student called Ma Anchi used to live with my Chinese host mum 2 years before me. And it would always be, Ma Anchi did this and Ma Anchi did that. And I'm like, yeah, Ma Anchi's not here. I'm Anja Chan, right? Oh. Is that Beijing dialect? Yeah. I had 2 professors from Beijing. 所以我说中文时，我用儿话. I just said when I speak Chinese I use 儿话, which is kind of like a dialect. It's like an R dialect. So basically, in Beijing, if I was to say I'm going to the restaurant, I would say 我去饭馆. 我去饭馆. Like the R, they turn the AN into R. 我去饭馆. But if I was in the south, I would say 我去饭馆. 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 It's quite fun. I like our hua. It's I think it makes you sound more like a local. And the Dalian, which is where I lived, they are quite close to Beijing. I mean, not that close, but China's massive, so in terms of China, it was relatively close. Because I remember when I went to Dalian, I was told, oh, it's quite a small city. But it had a population of 6 million, which is more than Scotland. So in my standards, it's not that small. But for China, that is a pretty small city. It's funny. Oh, thank you so much, Maxley. I really appreciate that wee tip. Sending lots of hugs. Thank you. I love you, Shorty, but I love the cooking more. Curry I'm cooking. Oh, have a nice curry. Enjoy. Oh, I love curry. Have you visited South Ayrshire, darling? No, I've not. Is it worth visiting? I'm sure there's something to see. I've spent more time on the East Coast, being a Dundonian, now that I've been in Glasgow a wee while, I think it's time that I took a bit of a road trip adventure. But I need to learn how to drive first, because this gal, shamefully, is a non-driver. That's one thing I'd like to do this year if opportunity arises. Actually get my driving licence, because I love adventures, and not being able to hop in a car, I think it's getting a wee bit restricting now. I didn't mind so much when I was younger and whatnot, but I think now that I'm more inclined to spend time in nature and the countryside, having a licence would just be a game changer for me. So that's the plan. Hey, greetings from India. Hello. Come down to the Maidens and visit the Nine Maidens. I used to live very close to the Nine Maidens. The British driving licence is no small feat. I've not even tried, but I will. Oh, thank you. Oh, why are you sad, Kaylee? If you climb the Campsie Fells at Strath Lane, you could see the whole of Glasgow. Oh, I've never been. That sounds cool. Though I think I'll maybe wait till the weather gets a bit better. Quite a few of my pals went hiking on the 2nd of January, and it looked amazing, but apparently it was freezing. They went up to some big hill. They're quite avid hikers, so that's why I didn't join. I thought, I don't have proper shoes, and their small hike is going to be about a 6-hour feat, so let's not go there. And apparently it was like ice at certain parts on the way up. So I was pretty pleased I didn't go in the end. Have you been to Pakistan, Sri Lanka or Bangladesh? I've not been to any of them. I would definitely like to go. I'd love to go to as many places as possible in my wee life, to be honest. In my wee puff. It would be fun to experience all those different cultures and the food. Let's not forget about the food. If I say I'm sad, do I get sympathy? Of course. Of course, being 22 is like so hard, honestly. I think with every age there comes certain elements of adjustment. I would agree though, I think early 20s can be confusing. I feel like over the last few years I've come back to me. I've come back into who I feel I am. But perhaps in my early 20s, I don't know. Yeah, I remember trying to find my place and not quite being sure of what that was in the world and feeling all this pressure. But the older you get, I mean, from my experience, things don't seem to matter as much and you become more confident in yourself. There's like a self-assurance that comes with getting older. Or at least that's, like I say, in my experience. That's what I've witnessed over the years. And it's nice. Because I was not looking forward to turning 30 for like the last couple of years of my 20s. It was like something looming over me. And then 6 months before I turned 20, I kind of had a wee look at myself and I thought, you're going to turn 30 whether you like it or not. So you might as well accept it rather than resisting. And as soon as I changed that mindset and started looking forward to turning 30, it really changed everything. And being 30 that year was one of my best. It was amazing. And I just felt like, yeah, a lot of the lack of self-confidence that I had in my 20s, it kind of vanished as I reached my 30s. It was very nice. So hopefully, Kaylee, sorry, that was me just going off on a ramble. Hopefully, Kaylee, as you get older, you'll find that the years are a bit kinder to you. Oh, thank you so much. I love what you do. Keep it up. I support you in France. Your videos help me a lot. It says, oh, thank you, Tate McRae. Merci. That's so nice, thank you. I thought being a teenager at school was miserable. Kids are so cruel. You know, it's like like adults could be cruel as well, you know, but with kids it's like the unfiltered cruelty. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was quite a geek in high school. And then the last 2 years of school, I became one of the cool kids because all the kids that were cool left in 4th year. So that's, you could do that in Scotland. Basically, you have 6 years of high school, but you only need to stay for the first 4. And when you're in your 4th year of high school, you're 16 and you're free to leave. And a lot of people choose to leave and start work or go to college. So yeah, usually in your final 2 years of high school, it's just all the geeks that are left behind, which made it for quite a nice experience, to be honest. Finally, all the kids that would bully you were gone. Hello, hello, shortbread. Hi, Harden James. That's not even on your. I'll see you later, Kaylee. I had mental health issues at school. It was not great. Sorry, there's been loads of chat. The age grade difference between the UK and the US is still weird to me. Yeah, it could get quite confusing, the whole system. Dress up in a bold outfit at a party and see if a child doesn't casually call you a clown. Kids don't give a damn. I know. Yeah, I remember I used to wear like these big kind of goth shoes when I was in 4th year or something. The term for the shoes, they're called brothel creepers. It's like a shoe from like the punk era, but they might even be old. I think they're from like maybe the 60s, but they're called brothel creepers. It's a really weird name of a shoe, but that's a thing, so I'm not just making it up. But anyway, I had a pair of them, and they were like these big gothic shoes, and the younger kids used to bully me. They'd be like, ooh, look at those shoes. What are you wearing on your feet? Getting bullied by kids 4 years younger than me. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. You're one of the best ASMRists ever. I'm really glad you like my ASMR. Are you French? No, I'm not. But I have a French name, actually. My name is Josette. And it sounds like Josette, which is a French name, but apparently it's a very uncool name in France. I found this out when I was 18. I went to Australia and I met this French guy. He was part of like this Introduction to Oz group that I was part of. We went on like a wee tour of Australia the first week that we were living there. And he was a really nice guy. And I told him my name was Josette, and he laughed, and I was like, what? And he said, oh, if somebody says, oh, my girlfriend, she's called Josette, you'd be like, what? Is she 80 years old? So apparently it's a very old, uncool name. Kind of like if you called your kid, I don't know, like Segna or something, which is like a really old Scottish name. Or Agnes, maybe. But Agnes is kind of cool now. But yeah, those kind of vibes. So I was very shocked. But my parents made my name up, so they didn't get it from like the French Josette. My granddad was called Joseph, and my granny was called Betty. So my parents thought, let's put together Joseph and Betty and make Josette with a Z. So that's how my name came about. And yeah, my parents were feeling very creative. What nonsense she's talking. thank you, Danielle. Oh no, don't worry, I didn't take it personally. I found it interesting, just how in Scotland, a lot of people thought my name was quite cool, but then to learn that in France it was the opposite. Yeah, I took it on the chin. Don't worry, I'm okay about it. Do you enjoy Australian barbecue? Yes, I do. Some shrimps in the barbie. No, I can't do it. Let's not do that. Let's not do accents again, because I just crumble under the pressure. Rambling like Isa I've still game. You know me, that's what I'm here for, all the rambles. Therefore you picked shortbread to silence the haters. I picked shortbread. Well, you could probably guess because shortbread biscuits are Scottish, so I wanted something to like give a wee nod to my heritage or where I'm from, whatever. But the idea of like a shortbread biscuit or a wee shorty, it reminds me of sitting there with your granny or your auntie or somebody having a cup of tea and a wee shorty biscuit. And to me that kind of like gives that sense of peace. It could be peaceful, cosy, comforting vibe. And I thought I'd like to emulate that within my videos. Like you're sat there having a cuppa with a friend. So yeah, that's why I'm ASMR shortbread. Hopefully giving you the cosy cup of tea vibes. It's a Scottish biscuit, yes it is. And it's a very tasty Scottish biscuit, might I say so myself. I really like shortbread biscuit. It's got like a nice crunch, sugary. I just had my Scottish Walker shortbread cookies from Christmas. I have to say they're a bit dry. If you get some like proper homemade shorty, it's good. But yeah, I think sometimes the box ones could be a wee bit dry. One of my first ASMR videos, I need to do like a reacting to my first videos because like I say I deleted them all. I'm pretty sure, no I did, I had a shortbread biscuit and I goes, ASMR shortbread. Or like I broke the biscuit or something. Yeah, I don't think I ate it, I think I broke the biscuit, but that like, so cringe. Yeah, I think I definitely need to do some sort of like reacting to my old videos so that you could see them, but not uploading them completely because honestly it's just a bit too much embarrassment for me. But a shortbread tastes like a very sugary biscuit really. It's hard to describe. What else? I don't know, I'll have a wee think. I can't think what tastes like a shortbread biscuit. To me it's just a shortbread biscuit, you know what I mean? I'll have a wee think. Happy Friday. Scottish strike me as very hospitable people, are they? I think so. They're friendly, that's for sure. Hospitable. I would say we're alright. I think I've been to other countries where I would say they're a bit more hospitable than us. Like China for one. I'd say Chinese culture is a lot more hospitable than Scottish culture. Yeah, definitely. In China, you're always encouraged to eat. Eat more, and they bring out all the snacks and they're always giving you gifts and stuff. You know, yeah, Chinese culture is very hospitable. Scotland is just very, very friendly. We're welcoming and open. Thank you so much. Oh, shout out Shorty, shout out Gibby, shout out Gentle, shout out Isabel. All you, these other ASM artists. Shout out Suri Marie, shout out No Frill, shout out Jeannie B, shout out Jessalyn, shout out Blue Whisper, shout out Natural ASMR from Mr. Nate. Thank you very much for that. I recognise most of them. I do. There are some amazing ASMR artists in the community. I've been watching a lot of Isabel Imagination stuff recently, actually. I think she's got a very calming presence. A lot of ASMR artists do, I feel. I don't tend to watch the fast-paced stuff that's quite popular at the moment. For me, yeah, it doesn't really do anything, but I appreciate that for a lot of people it's exactly what they're looking for of ASMR. But yeah, for that reason I think I've kind of fallen behind in terms of, well, not fallen behind, but I mean out of touch with the new ASMR artists, just because I don't follow the fast channels myself. Thank you so much for that tip, that was really kind. Mr. Nate's an ASMR connoisseur. He takes shortbread with his ASMR. Have you watched Osley ASMR? I love Osley ASMR. She started around the same time as me. I remember when she had about 1,000 subscribers, and I remember thinking this girl's going to go far, and she has. She's so good. Yeah, I like Osley. Who else do we all like? Hello to everyone from Greece, Athens, hello. I usually try to use ASMR videos to fall asleep, but I also get caught up on reading more good books so I can finish them. Just so you know, you're the best female Scottish ASMR artist, even live streamer who casually paints clay. I'm really glad, because I know there's a lot of us who casually paint clay elephants who are from Scotland and female ASMR artists. So that means so much. Escape Reality is really good too. I think we saw some videos from Osley ASMR. They were good though. I should try and revisit them. Who else do I like? I love Whispers Red. She just seems like a genuinely amazing person. You know, like, I'm not saying others aren't, but for her, there's just something about her presence. It just feels so genuine and lovely. Yeah, she's up there as one of my favourites. As an Irishman, I don't know why, I just love ASMR with people with accents, just hit different. Well, this is excellent news. Okay, I'm on the other side of this, by the way. I've been quite, I suppose, insular with my painting tonight. I was keeping you more involved last time. I think I'm more keen just to get this done now, because it's been 3 nights. Oh no, I'm going to have to top up the cream because I'm getting purple all over it. Yeah, it's been 3 nights and I've still not finished these, and my little sister's been waiting. Look, I've accidentally smudged some purple. I've got an old rag or an old bit of tissue paper over here, so I'm going to grab it quickly. Okay. Oh, that's probably going to give good ASMR sounds. I could hear it already. Excellent. What about Welsh accents? I love the Welsh accent. They're fun. Oh, thank you. Your face touching is literally the best. Come on, let's get this little stain off before it dries. Leaves the frame and everyone proceeds to panic. An elephant never forgets. I saw the new ASMR video where GB was playing some of her favourite mobile games. Oh, that sounds good. I'm not much of a gamer myself, but I could already imagine like the gentle touch of the phone and clicking away. Yeah, that sounds good. Somebody on my Patreon today, actually, Dan, gave me a really great idea. He is interested in like study with me, background ASMR, and he was saying, like, you know, you could just do typing sounds, writing sounds, just being there in the background, but I thought I could take it a step further and actually create some lo-fi music, because I do produce music from time to time, and I've started getting into ambient music, albeit I've only released one on my YouTube channel. I've got this ambient channel, but I thought that'd be such a nice, unique idea, having like some lo-fi music that I've created. So we'll see. I've got lots of ideas. I've got a big Trello board, if any of you are Trello board users, and I have card after card of ideas, and it's just getting the time to get around to it. And I do all the editing myself, so it does take a fair bit of time, but for me that's kind of like the process. I like to have kind of like creative control over the whole video. I sent a video to an editor once, and I didn't like it at all, even filming it, because I'll stop and start, and when I'm editing I know where I've stopped and started, and I could remember where I'd intended on picking it up again. But when I was filming for this editor, I had to clap and be like, okay, cut now, and speak to the camera. It was weird. Yeah, it didn't last more than one video, and even then I ended up receiving the footage from the video editor and then changing the colour grading and stuff. I just wasn't happy, and the audio as well. I ended up just editing the audio myself. So yeah, I'm a bit too precious about my ASMR. Do you like tonic tea cake? They're lovely cakes from Scotland. I do. I like tonic tea cakes. I also like tonic caramel logs. They're my favourite. They're even better. Yeah, try a caramel log. No, I'm from Dundee actually, but I live in Glasgow. But I'm from the bonny banks of Dundee. That's Bonny Banks of Loch Lomond, but that's the song. I'm gonna go. Goodbye. See you later, Raven. You have a nice vibe. Thank you. So do you. What's the picture behind you with the boat on? It's Venice. Those pictures were actually given to me from my neighbour. My neighbour's this nice fella, and he was clearing out his home, and he gifted us, I say us because my twin used to live here, these two pictures. And then there's two bean bags over there that are also black and white that he gave us. So yeah, a little touch of my neighbour in the living room, which is sweet. My gran used to give me those biscuits. Hiya, Aaron. Hello. Indian or Chinese? Do you mean like the food? I'm pretty sure you do. I would go for Chinese food. Chinese food. But from China. Like, yeah. If I was to go for a takeaway in Scotland, I'd go for Indian food. But actually being in China and getting to have the food, like the authentic food, yeah, I love it. It would be nice to go back to Venice one day and enjoy it for more than 4 hours. I'd like to go back as well. When my twin and I went, it was before, like, internet. Sorry, not before it was before the internet. No, it wasn't. We went when we were 20, and back then, not so many people, or that I knew of, being a student, had Wi-Fi roaming or mobile roaming when you were abroad. So we were in Venice, and it was like peak afternoon, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon in July. The sun was beating down, and in Venice, in a lot of the streets, there's no shelter, and we couldn't find where we were meant to be going, and it's like a massive maze, and we didn't have any internet on our phone. No way of sort of finding where we're meant to be going, and I remember just walking for hours, burning, and then eventually found a place that we recognised. But yeah, it was pretty horrific. and there was like nothing around. There was just like people's homes, little neighbourhoods. Beautiful place, very beautiful place, but yeah, that memory is traumatic. Before the internet. That was really funny. Before the internet. Oh, it's like have you seen the IT crowd? And on one of the episodes, they pretend to Jen that this box is the internet. The IT crowd is a really funny sitcom, could you call it? From the early 2000s, and it's about these people working in the IT department. And yeah, it's very good. It's actually got that Irish dude that I mentioned at the start of the stream. What's his name? Being lost in a new place is one of the worst feelings. I like getting lost if I know I could find my way out. Okay, that doesn't make sense. It's not so bad now, you know, like with Google Maps and whatnot. It's actually quite hard, I think, to get lost if you've got your phone on you. But yeah. Is it no cards? Yes, it's wireless. Ah, you know. You probably didn't have a map or couldn't read one. Oh, you cheeky so and so. We didn't have a map, no. We didn't. Good evening, Robert. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Chris O'Dowd, that's his name. Chris O'Dowd. Yeah, he's good. But Richard Iota was my guy. Oh, so funny. I'm really glad you've watched it. That's one of my favourite TV shows. Oh, I love, I just don't know any of the names, but the boss in the second season, the guy with the incredibly posh voice, he's brilliant. So good. Sing you canary. My favourite wee Bonnie Lassen ASMR. Hello, you. Oh, I just spotted my hot chocolate there. It's probably a bit cold, but I fancy having a wee sip. Some cold hot chocolate. It's actually pretty chilly now, yeah. But I quite like cold drinks. I like cold coffee. If I just got paint on my favourite mug. They have something like here in the USA, Radonautica, you can get fun lost. Is that like a thing that people do? I'll always take Indian food over Chinese food in both authentic or takeaway. Indian food is amazing. Josette, I love good adventure. That's my regular A to B route. I think... Sorry, I just moved. Okay, I think Richard Iodade, I think I'm saying that badly, would be a great Doctor Who. Oh yes, he would. He would if he wasn't... I don't know actually. No, he would be good. He would have to take it a wee bit more seriously though than he has played in a lot of parts. It's like when he speaks, he has like this secret, you know? He's got that half smile, like he's about to laugh, but he doesn't. He's got this deadpan face. He's a very, very interesting character, and very intelligent as well, this actor. Okay, I'm leaving now. Whatever you upload, next I'll smash that like button. Thank you. Walker shortbread are my favourite. You back into Chons. I don't know. What's that? It could be a typo. In the northeast they used to say Bonnie Hinny. What does that mean? I know there's a restaurant in Whitley Bay called Hinnie's, but I never knew what it meant. They do good food though. So Whitley Bay is the coastal area near Newcastle, which I've been to quite a lot. It's nice. You back to China anytime soon? Not planned, but I would like to go if the opportunity arose. It'd be great if I could go this year, to be honest. Actually, on the 1st of January, my old friends were in a group chat. We've had it for years on WeChat, and we all wished each other Happy New Year, and they were asking me when I'm going to be visiting, and I did say it'd be amazing to manage to get over this year. I miss Scotland. Your accent makes me homesick. Oh, where is it you're from, and where are you right now in the world? I find your accent soothing, mildly attractive. That's good to know. Thank you very much. Peter Capaldi was a great Doctor Who. Yeah, I thought he was pretty good. David Tennant was my favourite. Edinburgh, posh Scot. Who, me? You say I'm from Edinburgh? And I'm a posh Scot? Wow. No, I'm Faye Dundee. I'm a wee scheme hopper, believe it or not. I've just refined my voice. Oh, thank you so much. People have been incredibly generous tonight. Thank you very, very much, David. And that's a nice question. If you could make one wish, what would it be? Kisses, David. Oh, sending you big hugs. Thank you. If you could make one wish, what would it be? Oh, that is such a big question. Huh. I really want to think about that one properly. And I feel like whatever I'm going to say is going to be really cheesy and you're going to roll your eyes. That I would wish that people had more of the capacity to tap into self-love. And I know that sounds very hippy-dippy and maybe a bit weird, but in my opinion, a lot of issues that people have, a lot of negative traits that they may have and put out into the world, it's a lot of the time due to a lack of self-love. Whether that be something happened when they were younger in childhood where they were made to believe that they weren't loved or lovable, or things have happened in their life that have shook their sense of self and prevented them from tapping into the love that they feel for themselves. And if you really dig deep, that's the people that are the most greedy or cruel or act out of fear in this world. It's a lot of the time you do dig deep, and it's just like it does boil down to a lack of love and self-love. And yeah, I think if people had the ability to tap into this themselves without seeking it in external things, because I think when people chase fame and fortune, it's because they want to feel that adoration, that they've been craving their whole lives. Or when they've got certain goals, it's because when they reach those goals, they'll finally feel enough. But enough for what? And a lot of time it is because it's like this, the feeling that something's lacking, that that they're not worthy, you know, and they need to prove it. So yeah, if there was my wish would be that people would have more of a, not natural ability, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, does that sound really woo woo? I don't know, but it's true. It's true. Because I think the world right now is in a very weird place, and it's been driven by greed and yeah, just a lack of connection. It's pushing the world into insanity, really. And if I was to make a wish, I'm feeling quite lucky that I'm getting to a place where I don't need that much anymore to be happy, you know, like I was having this conversation with my dad the other day. There was an economic study, and there was like a graph, and until you reach like $70,000 a year, like income, money helps with your happiness. But when it reaches that point, your happiness plateaus. So yeah, at first it's like exponential growth, and then I can't say that word properly, exponential growth, and then it plateaus at $70,000, because at that point you're kind of covered. I mean, I did economics. I graduated like 10 years ago or so, so the amount's probably a bit more now due to inflation. But at the time of the study, that was like a good amount for you to feel satisfied with life. And then any more than that, anything above that, you know, the returns on happiness were marginal. And yeah, like I said, it hit a ceiling. And then what was left was, yeah, you had to try and find the happiness within yourself. So all these multi-millionaires and stuff, you know, it's they might be happy, but a lot of the time it's the money is not able to bring them that satisfaction that people think, you know. I just went off on one there. I thought for a minute there you were going to say the beauty queen answer of world peace. I mean, world peace is a good one, but I feel like, how do you achieve world peace? And to achieve world peace is to find that love within yourself. So I like going to the root of the problem. I like to come up with the real solution. Just make everybody feel loved and whole, and then they'll stop trying to fill that hole with all the material things. That's a shorter way of saying it all. Oh, thank you so much. I dare you to, oh, come on. I dare you to cover your hand with barbecue sauce and stick it into an anthill. Hashtag Black Mirror. So you saw the person in the beginning. Have a lovely weekend. May the elephants be loved. Thank you so much, Bad as Mofo and Oz. I liked that. That was funny. $70,000, you can sleep. You should solve the self-love problem with ASMR. I'll try my best. I'll try my best. Have you ever been to Inverness, Orkney or Skye? I've been to Inverness. I DJ'd there a couple of years ago in this funny little place on top of a bar. Like, the bar was vibey, very lively and busy, and it had people from all walks of life, which was nice to see. And then there was a little club above it, and it was like an old school club, the kind of like that you'd see in the 90s, with like a proper dance floor. and it was a disco night, and there was only about 40 people on the dance floor, but it was one of the best gigs I've played because everybody was there for a boogie. Because I've played at festivals and stuff where it's kind of like the younger TikTok crowd, and they are into techno because it's trending and cool, so they just sort of stand there staring at the DJ, whereas this crowd, they were there to boogie up in Inverness, and there's some pictures taken of me DJing, and I've got the biggest smile on my face. And I remember I was actually going through a wee bit of a tough time at that time. I was just kind of processing a breakup, but that gig like lifted me out of the funk for that moment. It was so good. I've never been to Orkney and I've never been to Skye, but yeah, Inverness is a cracking wee place. Is there not a power plant in Inverness? I'm not sure. I love that channel, Ruby True. Oh, Ruby is such a gal. I really enjoyed being on holiday with her in October. It was Ruby that organised the thing, like the little holiday retreat. So I've got Ruby to thank for that, because it was one of the best experiences that I've had through my ASMR channel, being on that 10-day trip with Ruby, and Maya ASMR and Miss Chloe. 3 amazing women, and creating content with them was such a joy. It kind of changed the way I look at my channel. So maybe the drive or the change in motivation I feel towards my channel, maybe it's related to that. I don't know, I've never really thought about it, but since I went full time with my ASMR, it's always just been something that I did on my own, didn't really talk to many people about, and just created, and I had this amazing community online, but it wasn't like I would sit and talk to anybody about, oh, I created this video today. Nobody would ask, or nobody in my life was really into ASMR. So when I went there, I actually felt like, no, this is legit. This is my job. This is something that has meaning and purpose, and I'm not just that weird girl sitting whispering in her room. I'm out here in Portugal with 3 other amazing ladies who I respect and value very much, and I could see their talent. So yeah, it kind of killed that sense of, I'm going to say shame, but like that's not as, it's not as serious as that. Like, that's a very intense word, but I think low-key there was still a sense of that maybe still lingering in my psyche. I don't know for sure. Must have been a little bit, because I did have that realisation when I was in Portugal. It was great. Could you please make another ASMR facial massage video? Absolutely. I love making them. My next video that's coming out is actually a face pampering video with Miss Chloe. And it's taken so long because the audio was messed up. I didn't realise that we'd been scratching the microphone with our clothes during filming. So now I'm in the process of trying to cover up the audio with music. So I'm trying to work on an ambient piece that's going to be suitable and like have enough low frequency sounds to mask that grating sound that's coming from the mic in the video audio. So it's a work in progress. It might be a wee while, maybe like another week or so until that video's ready. But I hope you like it, because it's set outside and there's a bit of a face, personal attention kind of focus with that video. Oh, I'm missing a couple of comments. Hey Hardin. Monasteries like Clonmacnoise on the Shannon River endured raids by Viking longships, the Norsemen actually found the monks to be somewhat mystical. Really? I don't know much about the Vikings or the Norsemen. Yeah, killed the imposter syndrome. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, it did. It legitimised what I do, I think. Yeah, definitely. I'd like to go to the Orkney Islands, so would I. Oh, is Crystal here? Hello, Crystal. The autistic Capricorn, hiya. I love the really close-up ones. So I actually started filming them because I had no other choice at the time. I was working around being in China, and then also in my ex's mum's place. I lived with my ex's mum, with my ex, for about 4 years, and it was only meant to be a short period of time, but ended up being a lot longer than I thought. And I didn't have a proper setup, so I kind of resorted to just getting up super close to the camera so that it didn't matter what my background looked like, because all you were seeing was like right up my nostrils. You know what I mean? So that's where that came about. It was more of a necessity if I want to continue making like personal attention, and then it became a staple of the channel, which is fun because I like the close-up ones. I personally find them really good. I like watching ASMR Glow's close-up videos. Yeah, they're fun. Vikings, I saw Amon Amarth live. What is that? I've actually never heard of that. Josette, would you do a reading of Tom O'Shanter, favourite Tam O'Shanter? I'd like to do some more Scottish readings. I was saying at the beginning, or maybe in the middle of the stream, I'd like to do like a more Scottish stories, but within a live stream. So we could definitely look at like poetry as well. I love Rabbie Burns' poetry. In Scotland, Robert Burns is one of the famous poet laureates, and Scottish schools were pretty good at keeping the tradition alive. I don't know what they do now, but I remember when I was in primary school, when it was coming up to Burns Night, which is a night celebrating Robert Burns, all the kids, you'd all have to learn a Scottish poem, not necessarily from Robert Burns, but a famous one at least. And it wasn't just about reciting it, you had to put like the actions and the emphasis, and it was like a dramatic performance, and I loved that kind of thing. And I did one year about a poem called The Sair Finger, and it goes like this, if I remember correctly. You've hurt your finger, pear wee man, your pinky, oh dearie me. No, just you hold it that way, till I get my specs and see, and then you'd get the specs. My, so is, and there's the skelf, no, dinna greet nae mair. See, there's my needle, gotten it out. I'm sure that was nae sair. And noo to mak it hail the morn, put on a wee bit saw, and tie a bonny hanky round it. Noo there, na run awa. Your finger's sairin' you rogue, you're only letting on. Wheel then, see no, there you are, round up the same as John. Did you understand that? I could listen to you speak for hours. I've been already laid up with flu. Aw, Moose Bob, I hope you get better soon. Bless you. That was some Scots dialect for sure. Yes, it was. I did for the most part excellent. Hearing her say that as I play SXX3 is a new experience. Not really, but it sounded nice. Would you like a wee translation? Where are you from? Dundee. I have a very wholesome video idea. Yeah, that was Scots, yes. Very wholesome video idea, I think. Do a positive affirmations, compliments video. But half the time you have to do them about yourself. That is a nice idea, but I don't know. I mean, to be honest, a lot of the time when I'm not saying when I'm filming these videos I mean to talk to myself, but I guess in a way I do. Like if I'm saying affirmations, I try to think about ones that I would like to hear. Ones that would make me feel empowered or relaxed or feel that self-love. There we are with the love again. Yeah. I do like that idea. Can you give me like a specific example? When people ask me what I want to see in Scotland, I always say the weekend beastie in the loch. What a beautiful land you're from. It is beautiful. It's a bummer that Cobra Kai season 6 episode 4 was the last episode that featured Mike Barnes, because it was a really bad episode. Oh, I'm well behind. I don't even know what's going on in Cobra Kai anymore. I'm sorry to hear that it wasn't that good an episode. People probably think it's weird because I'm a straight male who watches ASMR videos. No, that's not weird. I think ASMR is for everybody. Absolutely for everybody. Oh, my spell check replaced wee with weekend. I did wonder when you were like the weekend monster. I was like, well, maybe Loch Ness is a bit of a party gal. Here for the Saturday night vibes. Or Friday night vibes in our case. But no, I understand. Okay, the wee. Shame the hotels in Loch Ness are not great. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Did you say Dundee? I have a good friend in Blairgowrie and have visited that region a few times. Got really drunk in Dundee. Yeah, I'm from Dundee. I had a friend from Blairgowrie. I mean, I'm still pals with her, but I've not seen her in a long time. Where did you go in Dundee, do you remember? Or were you too drunk to remember the bars that you visited? Have you ever considered it doing a day in my life type video? I haven't actually, but would you be interested? Tablet or fudge? Fudge. I like fudge better. Oh my goodness, I've got a story about tablet. So when I lived in China, the university that I went to had like an international students' day. So they had a huge fair. It was really like a lot of effort went into it. And there was people from all over the world and groups of people. So they had, down the main campus, they had stalls. And each stall was dedicated to a country. There was so many different countries there. And there was just me and this other guy from Scotland. So we wanted people to have a taste of Scotland. So we went and bought some whiskey so that they could have like a dram of whiskey and come to our stall and stuff. And then we decided to make tablet because you can't get tablet in China. So we got like the ingredients and started making it. It was a disaster. And tablet's quite difficult to make. I'm no chef, no baker, and neither was he apparently. His name was Fergus, very, very Scottish, that name. And we ended up making this big batch of sludge, like sugary sludge, and we thought, well, we need to do something. It was so bad. So we got all these little cups and filled them with the sludge and milk, and it was actually really tasty. It was like this, almost like a sugary milkshake sludge thing. And we just pretended that that was like a Scottish thing because we had to bring something to the stall. So yeah, all the kids at Dalian University thought that they were drinking this proper traditional sugary drink from Scotland. Oh dearie me. You just have to roll with it sometimes. How will they ever know? How will they know? Oh dear. Do you like brandy? I don't dislike it. Actually, yeah. There's not many things I don't like. Brussels sprouts. But even then, if you roast them with lots of salt, I'll enjoy them. Yeah, I'll pretty much eat anything and drink anything. I reckon I would be really good on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out Here. I've had some wild things in China. How would you describe your friend Ruby's personality in person? She's very beautiful. She is. You're amazing. Oh. Ruby is... she's a lot softer in real life than I thought she would be. I don't know why. I got this sense that, I think 'cause she had like a lot of Viking women role plays, and I'd seen them before. I'd seen her channel for quite a few years before meeting her in person. So I did have the impression that she was quite a, not fierce lady, but had that certain strength about her, and she still, like she does, she's a very great lady, but a lot softer than I imagined. Yeah, and she's very chatty. She loves a good chat, and she's had a very interesting life. Shorty's 80% Irish, yes. The egg on your forehead your grandmother used to do. I thought you meant she cracked the egg on your forehead on that ASMR on your lap video. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go. What's your favourite Scottish food? I talked about this in my last stream. A Balmoral burger. So that's a burger with haggis. It's, oh my god, my stomach's rumbling. I don't think I had enough for my tea. What time is it? Can I get a takeaway after this? It's 11. It's a bit late. Oh, hey Danielle. Like Barfy, which is pretty much the same, but with chickpea flour added to give it more structure. Do you like Cullen skink? Oh, I do actually. So Cullen skink. It sounds very whimsical, doesn't it? It's like fish soup kind of thing. Hello from Las Vegas. Hello. I'd like to visit Las Vegas, get all dressed up and go for a night on the town. I like getting a bit fancy now and then, being a wee bit bougie. Why not? ASMR Jachan. Yeah, that's my Chinese ASMR channel. I haven't posted in a long time, and that's another thing I think about now and then. I should probably try and get something out, but as I said a wee while ago in the stream, I've been very reactive in my life, and there's not been a lot of forward planning happening, or at least, yeah, I find myself chasing my tail a lot over the last wee while. But I want that to change, and it will change. It is already changing, and I feel like I'm on top of things, and I still want to travel and do the things that I've been doing, but with more of a proactive approach. Proactive approach. Oh, did you hear that? That sounded like a firework. There's been some going off the last wee while. Okay, there's a compliment example. I'm very good at being a Scottish female ASMR artist live streamer who paints clay elephants. This makes my fans very happy. Do you know what I could do? I could ask you all to tell me compliments, because I don't want to make up compliments for myself. So maybe I could put it to all you. Sorry. And see what you've got to say. No, because I don't want my head to get too big. Don't be filling me with too many compliments. Haggis, sorry, the worst bloody, and I'm not cursing either, literally bloody thing I've ever had. It's not for everybody, I'll admit. Some people really dislike it, but as I said, I eat everything with 4 legs except the table. Sorry, that's a little joke that I picked up from China. You look like a lass from a group called Kintra. Funny you should say that. I am one half of Kintra. Kintra is the DJ electric violin duo I do with my twin, though we're on a break at the moment, so we could focus on our own things. Because, like I say, my life was quite reactive, and trying to build something, albeit with your twin, it was getting quite difficult. We were both trying to juggle too many spinning plates in our lives, and it was causing issues, you know, and it was affecting our relationship, which is not a good thing. You don't want to have a turbulent relationship because of silly things, you know. So we've taken a wee break so we could kind of sort our lives out a bit, and hopefully we'll come back. But I don't know if you're just messing with me when you say that, if you already knew that that's part of what I do, or what I did, I guess. Oh, thank you so much. I'm loving your hair. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Bless you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Danielle. Oh, haggis hater. Brussels sprouts are worse. Yes, Brian, you know. It's pal for that haggis. If spinning plates prove too difficult, might I suggest juggling? We've got a lot of jokers in the chat tonight. It's Friday night. Is anybody sat there with a wee tipple? A wee bit of poison to start your weekend? I don't really drink as much as I used to. I used to be a heavy drinker. You know, I feel like it's just part of the culture in Scotland. But not so much anymore. Yes, I joke around too much. Nah. You joke around just the right amount. Doesn't need to be so serious. Keeping my sobriety 28 years running. That's amazing. It's really good. Howdy from Texas, 5 o'clock here. Hope you're having a lovely start to your weekend. Scandinavians did evolve their focus from plunder to exclude trade and settlement. Oh, that message is just gone, but it sounded interesting. Leading to cultural exchange, and even Vikings integrated into Irish society, becoming mercenaries for Irish kings. What a great little fact there. I don't know a lot about Scandinavian and Viking history, but it sounds fascinating. Is there any like good Viking TV shows that I could watch? Because I mean, I've been watching Outlander, and I know that's Scottish, but it's definitely improving my own knowledge of Scotland's history. Though I do know quite a bit. You do learn a lot about Scottish history in Scotland in the schools. But yeah, I know there's like a few Viking TV shows. True to historic or history, even, sorry, are they true to history, or are they just kind of like fantasy? I'd be interested. I'm drinking caffeine water because I can't stand drinking like alcohol. The taste is gross for the most part. Fair, that's fair. The thing is, I actually really like the taste. I do like a red wine, but it's not very good for your body. The violin in Kintra is the backbone. I love playing the violin, and I think it does work quite well with techno music. That's so cool that somebody knew who Kintra was. That is so cool. I hope you're not just pulling my leg. Or if you are, oh well. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low, through the streets in a kilt we'll go. All the lassies say, hello, Donald, where's your trousers? I said, Hyrule Sloth. Is that as in like Hyrule from Zelda, Ocarina of Time? If it is, then you've just became one of my favourite people. I've never been drunk. Easy not to do something you've never done before. Yeah, I actually was saying this to my boyfriend recently. I used to be absolutely fine going to parties and stuff when I was like 15, 16. Okay, I know I was like 15 or 16. But I remember the first time I went to a party, like a house party, I was 15. And I was a geek, as I said. So I wasn't about the alcohol life. I was very good at that age. And then when I was 16, I went a wee bit naughty. But when I was 15, I remember going to my first house party and everyone was drunk. And I enjoyed the fact that everyone was drunk because I felt like I could just be myself. It didn't matter what I was doing because they were all going to be worse anyway. And I just had the best time. And I went home at 11:30 at night, bed for a reasonable time, very well behaved. And I thought to myself, you know, even now I feel like I need that vice if I'm going to be at a party. I don't know whether it's like just now you've trained yourself to need it or whatnot. I don't know. But then I went to a gig in Newcastle recently. My twin was playing. She was DJing actually in a place called Cobalt Studios. And they have an amazing selection of non-alcoholic beverages for people who want to go clubbing. Because that's the thing. Sometimes it's just having that drink in your hand that gives you that sense of motion doing something. And they had kombucha, they had the Trip CBD drinks, they had these natural energy drinks, and it was very easy to be sober there. Anyway, that's me just going on a wee ramble. But yeah. What's your favourite brand of whiskey? I've not had loads, but I quite like Oban whiskies. Sorry, not Oban. I meant to say Jura. I really like Jura whiskies. Kind of more peaty, I think. Isn't your twin sister the founder of some disco club in Scotland? Yeah, Polka Dot Disco Club. So it's a club night. We originally started it as like a collective. So back in 2020, Frankie was asked to DJ in Dundee, and it was at a club night, and they were asked to bring along, or she was asked to bring along other women DJs, and she only knew Hannah Lane from Dundee and me, and there was no other female DJs in Dundee at that time, or women DJs. So we created like this collective. So we taught a group of girls to DJ, and that's how it started. It was like this little collective, and over the years that, like the few years that passed, we were like playing at gigs and festivals and playing as a little group. But then we started putting on club nights, and then it kind of transformed into something else, and it transformed into a club event. And then I stepped away a few years ago, and Frankie's been running them for the past few years, and it's doing really, really well. Yeah, she's done an excellent job with growing the brand and making inclusive spaces in the Glasgow clubbing scene. Yeah, it is awesome. She's done great. That's true, not all twins are identical, got a point. No, they're not, no. I mean, technically we are identical, we're maternal twins, but no. And it's the same egg, I guess, but we don't actually look that similar. Like, we have the same features, but our face shapes are different. He has a lot of videos with her twin sister Frankie. She even interviewed Rick Astley. Yeah, my sister, she is a digital journalist and now a reporter, entertainment reporter for the BBC. So she's interviewed some really prolific musicians and artists, and she's doing great. Do you know identical twins have different fingerprint patterns? Yeah, I knew that. I was having a conversation about that not long ago. The Rick Astley, yeah. My sister's interviewed Macklemore. Who was it recently? I mean, Greta Van Fleet, that's one of them, but it was this artist who was really popular about 10 years ago who's kind of making a resurgence. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, she's interviewed some really cool people. If I pinch your arm, will she feel it? We don't have that. I remember when I think I was 5, I jammed my finger in the door and Frankie said she felt it, but I don't actually know if that was just like, because she was so young and she can't even remember, so maybe it was just a I cry, she cry kind of thing, you know. And if you're in Greta Van Fleet, had to be bonkers. Yeah, Greta Van Fleet is my favourite. I know this kills me a little bit because I wanted to meet them, but she gave me free tickets to the show, so I was over the moon. I was happy I got to go see them in Glasgow. Oh, you always deserve a big head from self-compliments, you cutie patootie. Also, I'm a mixed martial artist, so don't worry, I could teach you some neck strengthening exercises. That's awesome. What kind of martial arts have you trained in? I did Taekwondo when I was younger, so don't mess with me either. I did mixed martial arts in China, actually, and we used to train outside in these little grey sweatsuits, kind of looking like prison convicts, like in the yard clothes, but grey. And I had bright blue hair, and it was just me and like 70 Chinese students and this small Chinese man teaching us all in the field at the university. It's like something out of a movie, and me with my blue hair just fitting in. It was quite funny. Really good memories. Are you thinking of doing more stuff for your ambience channel? Yes, so the video I'm working on now needs some ambient music, so I've just started that. It won't be a violin one because my violin's down in Newcastle, but I'm going to try and see what I could do with it. And then I've started another violin one which I started in the summer, but I've not finished it yet. So I've got 2 in the pipeline, and I loved doing it. It was very relaxing. And then I reckon this year I'll have a lot more ambient productions, because in April I'm starting like a 10-week online artist producer course. So the intention is that I brush up my skills and learn some more techniques on Ableton so that I could improve. And yeah, fingers crossed I'll have some more productions over that period of time. Okay, I think that's me finished the purple. Am I missing any parts? That's what. How long's that taken me? 2 hours. I do think I sped through that quite quickly. I've been concentrating well. Thank you, Christopher. That's really sweet. I'm very jealous about how much you've travelled. I kind of put that as my priority. Yeah, being in the UK though, you do get a great chance of travelling around Europe. Sorry, I'm just pulling this down. But yeah, that's kind of always been a motivator for me, to save up my money and try and get around the world. Subbed. Oh, thank you, Christopher. Okay, both family members are now home. Hiding the stream is now doubled in difficulty. Oh, bless. Get them involved. I'm going to steal our elephant one day. It's actually looking quite nice now. I guess the same goes, trust the process. Yeah, the first purple I put on was not the one, was it? I'm really glad I've had you for support here, because sometimes making these decisions on your own, you could second guess yourself. So it's been great having 181 pairs of eyes to help. Wow, that's a lot of people. Okay, I'm on to the last elephant now. So this one's a combination of all colours. So I need to add the purple, but my back is getting sore, so I'm not going to be at this much longer. I've been hunched. I think the next series of streams that I do, I'll do something that's a little bit more posture friendly for my sake. Have you got any advice for my son with his up and coming band, No Cursing? So what kind of music do they do? Not that that matters, but yeah, sure, let me have a wee think. Some advice. Yeah, I would say it's sort of textbook, but enjoy the process. Because I think one thing that got on top of sometimes me and my twin would be like forgetting to appreciate the milestones. And I think, you know, everyone does this, or not everyone, but a lot of people in life do this. They're looking towards the thing that they want, and then when they achieve it, they're happy for a wee bit, but then quickly their eyes are on the next thing. And with being a musician, that could quickly become a pattern where you're focused on results rather than what you're doing. And for a while, I would say I got sucked into that trap, but I've managed to pull myself out of it now. And it's much better. You find that things flow a lot easier. You've got more space to breathe and to be creative and do the thing that you want to do, rather than worrying about where you're going with it. So yeah, if I could give them advice, it's to take the pressure off themselves. Do it for the love of creating, rather than to achieve a certain level of success. Because, yeah, success isn't guaranteed, but enjoying what you're doing, that's just a mindset thing. And anyone can tap into that if you are doing what you love doing, which a lot of musicians are. You know, that's why they want to be musicians in the first place. It's to pursue that craft that they love. I'll also say as well, for your son and his friends or whoever's in the band, to stay true to themselves. Don't chase trends, because trends change, and with trends you could get like a very flimsy audience, you know, an audience that are short term. Whereas if they stay true to themselves and create music that makes them feel like what they get passionate about, and develop their own niche without trying to copy anyone else, then they'll find the right people. The right audience will love them for what they do, rather than being another replica band that's catching the next TikTok trend or something. You know what I mean? That's what I would say. I hope that helps. Yeah, I'm Scottish. Music is such a difficult industry. Yeah, it is. You have to be patient, persistent, but also resilient as well. Thanks, Brian. I've been wanting to create an album for 5+ years, have the ideas and stuff, just arranging the tracks is hard, making sure it's interesting. I think arrangement, like music arrangement's difficult. Like I could come up with a cool beat or a cool melody, but trying to figure out how the music flows, for me that is one of the more difficult parts too. I know it sounds silly, but try not to think too much about it. Just get something out, and don't let yourself block that, you know. And you don't need your track to be perfect. Just the more you put out, the more practice you'll get, and each one will have something a little bit stronger in it, a little bit stronger. It was kind of like that with my ASMR. At first I was like, oh, I don't want to put a video out because it needs to be perfect, it needs to be this, it needs to be that. But then I realised I'm just going to sit here on the fence and never actually create anything if I'm worried about meeting the standard that I expect. And yeah, my first videos weren't great, hence why I deleted them. But the process of creating honed my skills, and it's part of the process, it's part of the journey. Nobody wakes up in the morning and is the next Mozart unless you are the next Mozart. But no, usually for a lot of people it takes time. It takes time to develop the skills, the confidence. So I would say just get whatever you can out. Oh yeah, that's quite cute. Do you see the little purple I've put up there? I write and I'm enjoying the process, and my character, says Packy. I'm really glad. What kind of stuff do you write? Oh, thank you so much, Gregory. The Eagles is country rock, I like that kind of stuff. Led Zeppelin, nice. Oh, I'm quite far behind. The way that music is consumed is the most challenging. Oh, it's the most challenging part for any artist. Keeping people's attention is very difficult. In the 90s and noughties, when I bought albums, I was a lot more committed. It's a completely different landscape and ecosystem now, isn't it, to be a musician? You kind of have to have that performance element now. Especially with the surge in AI music. To keep that human element, that's the advantage that humans have over artificial intelligence at the moment. The performance and the real element. Which is why it's even more important to stay true to yourself as a musician and not copy, because AI now could just copy can churn out music. So creating something real and raw is even more important now. Sorry, I keep twisting around. Oh, did you hear that? Sorry. You look almost exactly like my English teacher. There's another one of me. I have a twin, and now there's a few people that apparently I look like. Your voice. Love, have fun. The Terminator movie should have warned all of humanity of the dangers of artificial intelligence. I actually haven't seen the Terminator movies, but I feel like I've seen enough like dystopian future movies to kind of understand what you're getting at. And mixing and mastering, yeah. Thank you. Juliet's proficient in Taekwondo. Don't mess with me. I never got my black belt, so don't be too scared. I'm not that much of a badass. So I'm just wiping off his smudge. You've got to catch the paint before it dries fully, otherwise that's it. So red belt then. No, I think I got to blue belt red tag, so not even red belt. I was doing it for about 2 or 3 years. I was 11 or 12 when I started. Yeah, and I think I stopped when I was about 13. So yeah, I didn't stay at it for very long. But I did enjoy it. I've been beaten up by a red belt wall. It was great. Thank you for my mods, by the way. I need to give you a shout out. I don't think I actually have that many mods, so I'm not sure who's on the ball right now, but sending my biggest love and thanks to you because you're doing a great job. I've noticed that this chat is very wholesome and nice. What are you making? I'm painting a little elephant. It's like a tea light ornament. I'm gonna finish painting and then varnish it and give it to my wee sister for a present. Meeting Nomad. Is that it? Oh, I'm gonna have to do some mod interviews. Thank you. You two are absolute legends. But that's quite a small mod pool. Hello again, pal. Hey, Robert. I hope you're having a lovely start to your weekend. This is so wholesome. He dropped me in a class like a sack of potatoes. Is this the red belt coming at you hard? I work at Aldi. I've learned to hold the line. The world needs people like you, Nomad. You're doing us a service, and a good one at that. Thank you. We're trying our best. I used to be a mod on here on Twitch for a while, so I have some experience. Yeah, but it can't be very relaxing for you though, can it, Danielle? I hope that you're still finding time to chill. Like I say, I do need to up my mod game. I think I'll do a few more streams, because the thing is, you do get quite familiar with people in the stream as a streamer, I guess. Like I even recognise some names from Monday and Tuesday from this week, and it's really nice because it makes me feel like I'm with friends. I mean, I am, we're internet pals. But you know what I mean? It's nice. It's nice when you get like continuity like that. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, thank you so much, Kalel. That's a nice name. So much light back to you. So simple, lovely, so relaxing. Thank you. Have any rolling R's for us? Oh, hey, ya pal. Have you got like a fun phrase that you can have me say? What was the phrase the other day? I actually forgot it within like a minute of saying it. But earlier in the stream I was saying, make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. What else can I add to that? I'll definitely be back. This is great. It's been a tough week. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Christopher. But you've gotten through it. So well done. And I hope that you've got time this weekend to recuperate and reset your nervous system after the week that you've had. Scotland forever. Big love, sis. Sending all the love back. Grease here. I like your haircut. Oh, haircut. Thank you. I'm glad this chat feels very human. If you like a post or a poem to reflect the humanness of the chat, just say the word. What do you mean? Like if I'd like a... Are you going to write a poem? Is that what you mean? Absolutely. This week in America has been crazy. Feels like escape from New York. I'm glad you could have the escape. Yeah, we all need a wee place that we feel safe, or just have a break from reality. I personally kind of live under a rock these days. I mean, working for myself, it makes it easy. If you want rolling R's. I don't know, Benny Hill. I've never heard of Benny Hill. Shortbread merch, please. Now this is something I've had on my to-do list for a very long time. To make some merch. Because I've got ideas. I could have the hello there, General Kenobi on a mug or something, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it'd be fun to have some merch, but yeah, again, my life has been reactive, but it's time to step into my proactive era and get these things done. I'll tick off the to-do list. Lost too many times in the World of Warcraft, so man's back. Welcome back. I've never played World of Warcraft. If Shorty could play a Benny Hill theme on the violin, oh my, that would be amazing. I need to have a look then what Benny Hill is. Skyrim. On the violin, you mean? Or are you just talking about the game? Because I know the Skyrim music is awesome. Not that I've played it, but you know when you just get to know certain famous soundtracks and video game music. Well, enjoyment is a true key to success, so I definitely teach you the ways of being like water, young Josette is on. You dinna ken what Benny Hill is? I dinna ken. Is that shameful? Should I hide my shame? Hang my head in shame. Benny Hill. I'll look it up. I'm more of an Oblivion guy. Shorty playing the Gift of a Thistle from Braveheart on a violin would be amazing. I have a playlist called Tunes That Make Me Melt, and it's full of beautiful songs like Gift of a Thistle. I've got quite a lot of like music. I'm tripping over my words now, it's getting late. Movie soundtrack tunes in that playlist. Oblivion has some, the chat's going quite fast, has some sublime, good word, violin tracks. Skyrim, still to this day, is my favourite game ever. Past to present is an awesome track. My daughter's learned to play the Harry Potter theme on her violin. Oh, that's awesome. How old is your daughter? Sure, you've heard the Benny Hill theme hundreds of times, have I? Right, well, I'm going to refresh myself. I'm not sure if I'm liking this. So I love the purple. I like purple on the wee one, but I've added it to this one. And I don't know if I like it with the pink somehow. I don't know. Should I just wait and see? Am I being a little bit too quick to make a judgment call here? I don't know. I just feel like the pink is making me think, that the purple is not quite the right colour palette. It doesn't fall in the same category as the others. I don't know. You think it looks cute? Oh no, it's for Trinity actually, not Frankie. This is for my wee sister who's 10 years younger than me. Yeah. Looks fine. Okay, thank you. I'm painting my Warhammer minis while watching you paint as well. Oh, that's cool. I've got a friend that paints minis. That's fun. Only two kinds of people see the trouble in art: the critic that gets too close and the artists themselves. I like that. That's a good beef phrase. I don't know. Oh well, no apologies, Danielle. Yeah, I've got a wee sister who's in her final year of uni, and she wants to go and do fashion. And I saw her yesterday, and I didn't have her present ready for her, so I felt bad. So I'm going to have to go visit her next week. And I was helping her start her YouTube channel. Actually, she's had a TikTok because she's that generation. She's 22. She's very is that Gen Z? I don't know. And I was like, get off TikTok. You want to be on YouTube. That's the place to be. So I was helping her set up some YouTube shorts. So that's fun. She's a wee fashionista. Secret Lives of Shorty's Sisters now on Freeform Network. Wedgwood Blue. Love art. It's very relaxing, good for the brain. It really is. I'm having a lot of fun. I think I'm going to have to step off the stream in a few minutes because it's getting late and my back is kind of crying out to me. I ended up getting a massage on Wednesday after Tuesday's stream. I had a nice long ramble about the benefits of massage on the earlier stream, and then I put myself in the mood for one, so I thought, right, I'm going to book myself in. And I've been getting massages for years, like regularly for about 3 years. And I had a new masseuse on Wednesday, and she did a great job. I had a sports massage. And then after the hour, she said, wow, your left shoulder is really, really tight. And I'm like, oh, I know. That's why I've been coming for 3 years. And to still hear that feedback after 3 years, I'm like, when will these knots untangle? And when will my back relax? I believe it'll be soon. I'm going to be positive. I mean, in my opinion, it's not a terrible problem to have because it just means that I could go and get a massage regularly and not feel guilty about it because I'm like, well, I need it. So let's enjoy it. Sorry, my nose is running now. Oh, thank you so much, Crystal. Oh, that's really kind. And I hope you got my message on Patreon, by the way. I saw the message that you sent me worrying. But no, everything's grand. I don't think... Oh, what's that? I don't think that man ever had a bad sound. Oh, what are you guys chatting about? What's the chat? What's the chat? I don't know. There's so many messages, thank you. Go to your local rugby club physio, they will sort your shoulder. It's from playing the violin, basically. And I have a lot of pressure on myself in the past. So being in that sort of state of fight or flight pressure, you know, when you're all tense, and playing the violin and holding the violin up, it's not it's a recipe for a tight back, so I know why. It's just a case of undoing it now. We're talking about James Horner. Oh, right, okay. Him I've heard of. Who's the person I forgot? Oh, I'm going to need to, or I've not heard of. I just said I would look them up and I've already forgotten what they're called. Tom Baker is the best doctor. I've not seen Tom Baker as a doctor. I've not seen that much Doctor Who. I watched the David Tennant series religiously, but not really any of the other ones. Power move, learn to play the violin like a mini guitar, but still with the bow. My desk partner in orchestra when I was in high school, he could play the violin like a guitar, but like strumming. He was a brilliant violinist. My pal Jack. Sorry, I'm just laughing at some of the comments. Would you date a handsome 66-year-old? Well, considering I had the biggest crush on Sylvester Stallone, you might be in luck. I don't discriminate, but I am happily in a relationship with a madman who's in India right now, trying to adopt a dog. He's a good egg. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh. I was trying to like your comment there, but I almost blocked you. That wouldn't be very nice. Thanks for the tip, block. Sorry. Thank you very, very much. Jeshua. Is that how you say your name? Oh, thanks, Crystal. Can you do hand movements? Just do a wee bit. I always feel a bit, I don't know, I like doing hand movements on videos, like ASMR videos, but on the live stream it just, because it's live, it just feels, I don't know. I don't know why. Why does it feel weird? Because there is an audience, I think. When I'm filming ASMR in my bedroom or wherever it happens to be, it really does just feel like me and the camera, and I do feel like I'm speaking to one person. It doesn't feel performative, whereas if I was going to be doing hand movements right now, I don't know. Maybe I just need to practice. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, thank you so much, Vaughn. How do you... Is that Gaelic that you've written to me? Because I'll put my hands up. I don't speak Gaelic, but I love that. So thank you very, very much for the wee nod to my culture that I don't quite know. Thank you. Still can't do the violin vibrato properly even after 16 years. The vibrato's tough, it really is. You have an exercise I can give you that will help bulletproof your back from slouch and pain. What is the exercise? My name is Josette Alex. Josette with a Z. Okay, I'm just having a wee look here. Trying to figure out where the colours should go next. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of purple down at the bottom of the legs. That's why I thought too Scottish language was Gaelic. It is, yeah. But basically, hundreds of years ago, when England invaded Scotland, the English. No, I'm only joking. I love the English. But back then they were a pesky bunch who stripped Scottish people of their culture and their language and forced everyone to speak English. And very few people can actually speak Gaelic in Scotland now. It's more prevalent on the west coast. Like you'll find some schools and some places will try and maintain that part of the culture. And then there's some places like the Isle of Lewis where like the language is Gaelic, but being from the East Coast, you're very, very seldom exposed to Gaelic, and I never met anybody who spoke Gaelic until I was 19. And I met this guy at uni who was from the Isle of Lewis, and his mum spoke Gaelic, but it was her second language. For him, it was his first. Sorry. For him, I'm getting confused. For him, English was his first language, but for his mum, English was her second language, Gaelic being her first. And then his gran didn't speak English at all. And for me, this was mind-blowing because I didn't realise that that was the case in Scotland, you know, even though I'm from here. But yeah, that's just a wee history bite-sized lesson there. Only thing I know I'm not Scottish. I could say Cymrahahu, Taguma. I think that's what you've just written, yeah. Hello, Cymratahu. How are you? Cymratatu. Cymratatu. Something like that. Taguma. I am good. How are you? On behalf of the English, I apologise, lol. It's alright, I've been watching Outlander and I've been cursing the English. That's okay. We're over it. We're fine. We've totally moved on. Don't care anymore. Hey, off to bed now. Good night, Ewan. I live in Florida and I got like quarter fluent in Spanish and I'm still confusing myself with Duolingo Latin, but still doing Arabic vocab. Excellent. That's brilliant. Brilliant effort, Nomad. Oh my god, I'm Scottish too. Twin. Hiya. A fellow Scot. It's nice to have you in the chat. Thanks for joining. I'm half Polish, French, German, Greek, Italian, Welsh, British, Swedish, Irish and American. That is a bundle. Sorry, I'm going to stop painting because my back is killing. I'm just going to stretch a wee bit. Oh, thank you so much, Enchanted Sushi. Thank you. Okay, you have to lay on your front. Oh, I'm not doing that now, but thank you. I'm not saying that you're telling me to do that now, but you tense your abs up and only using, sorry, the chat's going fast, and only using your back muscles, you lift your chest off the floor. This is the direction of the back force that counters slouching. Oh, okay. Okay. Then your front. Yeah, I know what you mean. Excellent, thank you. I'll be doing that straight after this. I was doing a bit of Gaelic, Scottish Gaelic or Scottish Gaelic, Gaelic on Duolingo, but I admit I kind of let it go. I've been focusing on my Portuguese. I could speak to ASMR Maya. You got a pocket watch for hypnosis somewhere in the attic. When I saw the Drake and Josh episode where Drake impersonated a doctor after Josh broke his left foot, the scene where Josh is... It was downright disgusting and disturbing. I've not seen that and I'm pleased about it. I'm a bit squeamish. I love the dolphin and puppy poses for lower back pain. Oh my god, it's soon 1 AM. Oh, I think I'm going to have to get going actually, boys and girls and everyone else. Stealing that from Scottish Murmurs. I want to travel to Japan someday. I think it'd be a cool country to visit. It's a very cool country. I would recommend going to, sorry, my throat, Kyoto. Because sometimes when you like imagine a country in your head, you have like this stereotypical image of it. Kyoto is that stereotypical image of Japan. It's so beautiful with the cherry blossoms and the Zen gardens. Yeah, I would recommend. I like the way you talk, thank you. Thanks for your stream. Yeah, I'm going to get going. Benny Hill, that was it. Thank you, Brian. Right, okay. Benny Hill. Getting it in my head. Thank you for the 3 stream week. Yeah, I'm going to drop a wee update on Sunday about how I want to move forward with the live streams. Because I will make this a regular thing because I've had the most fun. And I hope you guys have too. So, yeah, thank you for tonight. I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend. And sending lots of love, all the self-love, and hugs and good night wishes. See you later, everyone. Good night. Thank you so much, and thank you for all the donations.